that more than 200 have been killed after heavy rains caused a severe mudslide in the West African nation of Sierra Leone.
What you just saw are some of the realities Sierra Leoneans are facing during the recent mudslide disaster. But before we elaborate on these disaster relief efforts, let's take a step back and revisit the outside world perception of the country of Sierra Leone. After the slave trade ended in the Americas and Europe, this West African country was a site for many returned slaves. When Europe decided to colonize Africa, Sierra Leone became a British colony. Hence, the country's culture is heavily influenced by the British, like speaking English as a formal language in school. The vicious civil war did nothing constructive for the country but ruined children's lives and took away dreams from hardworking people. The phrase blood diamonds was coined around this heartbreaking reality of warlords' genocidal crimes to mine these diamonds for the rich and famous to wear and light up the stage, while others are dying to retrieve it. As referenced in his song titled Diamonds from Sierra Leone by Kanye West. The country is also recognized through such movies like Amistad starring Morgan Freeman and Anthony Hopkins, or in the movie Blood Diamonds by Leonardo DiCaprio and Djimon Hounsou, along with Jennifer Connelly. We can't forget about the Ebola outbreak that spread rapidly through its overcrowded capital city of Freetown, which brings us back to the continuing trend of unfortunate events like the recent mudslide, which is the subject at hand.
Here is Freetown. It is an overcrowded coastal city, home to 1.2 million. Satellite-derived rainfall shows
Sierra Leone, or Salone, as most of the nationals calls it, is a small West African country located by the Atlantic Ocean between Guinea and Liberia as its direct neighborly countries. The capital, Freetown, is a city squeezing itself into the small space between the mountains and the sea. The country has some of the most beautiful scenic beaches and mountains, but it suffers from a long history of under-resourced and little infrastructural development in the highly populated urban areas of Freetown. With a heavily dense population of 1.2 million pupils occupying a small area of 31 miles wide makes the city a congestion and a strong risk for amplified catastrophic disasters like the recent mudslide that happened in August of 2017. The city lies at or below sea level because it's known as one of the most rainy cities in Africa. Freetown, Sierra Leone, historically is a very prone to dangerous flooding throughout its most urbanized cities like Bo, Makeni, and the capital of Freetown. Overlooking Freetown, Sugarloaf Mountain partially collapsed, triggering mudslides in the early morning of August 14, which damaged or completely submerged several houses and structures, killing residents, many still asleep, who were trapped inside The Regent suburban district is considered to have endured the most devastation. A mountainous settlement 15 miles east of Freetown, Regent was covered by mud and debris when nearby hillside collapsed around 6 a.m. in the morning. The disaster also affected another 12 settlements in 2 districts, Western area rural and Western area urban, leaving about 900 properties destroyed or damaged and an estimated 3,000 people homeless. Completely, almost 1 mile of roads were damaged and several power lines were down.
Developed some cracks, and some experts are now analyzing and looking at the situation, trying to advise the government, and that's the reason why they are evacuating as many people as they can. So the number of people desperately in need of aid is going to rise from the 4,000 to 10,000 and later 20,000 people. And so far the help they're getting is not much to cater for these people. The basic needs will be shelter, accommodation, food, and medicine.
Young Lee on the beats.
Yeah, man. Dunia. It's a Let's go. Shake body, lose body. Forget your trouble. Dance for me. Make you no cry. Jolly, jolly. Waiting God say go be, surely go be. So why worry? Baby, no worry. Take am easy. Suffer, suffer. Life no wire back. This life, hey. Vanity. Where you yakba so tena. Vanity. Where you tawa so tena. Vanity. Say the money you get now. Ose moto kana. Why you dey kill you company for vanity? Why you want the gold one for vanity? You dey kill you company slowly. Before you face you yeah, bo. Dunia fool, but God they see you. How you walk now so
yesterday
take a easy. Safu, safu. Life no one is bad. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Peace life. Peace life. When you yak basote na vanity. When you yak basote na vanity. Take the money you get na vanity. What's that motor car?
Right. Hey, that is steady, eh?
So my name is Alicius Matia. I'm the founder and I'm the co-director of More Hero Foundation.
And I'm Jesse Sifa.
I screwed up and apparently the mic wasn't working and there wasn't any battery in it, so we're redoing this again. We're here today because just last month, August or whatever, Sierra Leone went through an ordeal of a disaster, and we just today want to have a discussion about the incident that happened and how we can prepare for it, prevent it, moving forward in society as a Sierra Leonean.
Like, from my point of view, like, there are three things that I consider the main causes of that. One, like the global climate change that is affecting the whole world right now. The second thing, what flooding in Houston.
Yeah, that's right. Houston had a Hurricane Harvey.
It breaks my heart to see that happen in my country because we just came from the Ebola outbreak that everybody know about.
Yeah,
that one took so many lives.
That was devastating.
Yeah, local as well as international. The initial response towards the disaster, it was so slow. It was very slow. To help to reduce some of the death toll that happened. No, that needs to be fast.
It has to be a fast response.
As a nation, I think if we're to move forward from that, if we were to learn our mistakes, to learn from that, we need to like respond to incidents like that.
Be able to respond quick response.
To them. The response should be quick.
Should be a lot quick.
Timely. And also, another thing that I took notice of was lack of resources, lack of funds.
Okay.
Lack of funds to help those that were affected.
Let me just respond to your first point of view really quick about the response time. I think I'm just going to add my 2 cents to what you just said. I think that's really important what you said, man. Because my point of view to what you just said is, as a state, the state planning, that's really what it comes down to. The state needs to have a better, they need to have a prevention plan, first of all, and then to be prepared to counter-attack when a disaster like this happens. And I think our states needs to have a better environmental system, to have a better law enforcement, laws to prevent people from building huts or houses by riverbanks, flood plains and things of that nature, and also just to have a well-informed nation, a well-informed country by having technological things in place. With people have cell phones, for example, maybe you can have a notification system where you can just randomly text people through Airtel or AfriCell, for example. Create some kind of mechanism where you can notify the weather. People can notify people, say, hey, it's going to rain for 10 days in Sierra Leone. You know, everybody should take caution. If you have a palm body by a riverbank, maybe you should get up, you should leave that location and go to a safe location. So